Hey everybody, welcome back to Plum Figgy. This is Tammy. So, we've got some fun new things going into the Etsy shop. I always say we, and it's I. I have made some fun new things to add to my Etsy shop. Okay, so I brought you guys along on these. So why don't I go ahead and start with these, and then I'll show you these other two afterwards. So I'm going to list each of these little tab-bound booklets separately, and so as always I will have a link in the description box below to each of the things that are shown in the video today. So let's go ahead and get started. I'll show you this one first. Bring you guys a little bit closer. There we go. So this one's just kind of a random one. Started with some swatching of some Tim Holtz washi tape on I made journaling cards out of that using some gesso, and then did some collaging over the top of that with some more Tim Holtz ephemera and some just different fabrics and stuff. And so then turned that into this little tab bound booklet with 4 pages. So each back side, well, each page has been decorated, but then the back side is ready for you to add some notes or other pictures, or if you wanted to do your own collage on the back side, you could do that or add to the collage that I've already done. So yeah, so just eclectic and different. There's no theme whatsoever, but I kind of really like it. So these would be really great additions to maybe a junk journal that you already have. You know, great place to add some interest. Could be fun little gifts for people who like to, you know, write notes or do things in a fun way. Maybe you have a holiday or an event that you want to kind of remember in an interesting way. So again, the rest of these have various just random paper scraps that I had. Like this is from an antique music piece of piano sheet music, you know, some paper pad papers, some notebook paper from planners, book pages, things like that. And the back side is various tea-dyed or writing papers, so again you can write on these. On this one I didn't decorate every page, I decorated every other page. Well, there's 8 pages, but I decorated 4 of them. It turned out that I needed to do them in an order that wasn't every other one decorated, but anyway, you can see there, again, using Tim Holtz ephemera and some fabrics and just other various kinds of ephemera. And so, yeah, fun fabrics throughout. So, okay, we've looked at that one. This one has 4 pages, taller and skinnier, and I did decorate every page of this one. So added a little label here if you wanted to, you know, if this was dedicated to a certain theme or event or something like that, you could put that in that label spot there. Some fabric swatches there, and again, of course, on the back side you've got plenty of room for writing and everything there. So Tim Holtz paper dolls again on each of the pages. So there's that one. I will mark these as booklet number 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I'll have to remember that last one was number 3. This will be number 4. Again, same thing, just different sized journaling cards, and then this one has 8 pages in it again. So every other one has been decorated. And so then these others are ready for you to add your own photos or your own collage or decorations, however you might want to do that. Love this little pom-pom trim down here. So little fabric bird there. And I did a fabric for each of the girls here. I thought that was kind of fun. And then that's the last page, some handmade paper here. With some gold foil on it and everything. So yeah, you got a real mixture of papers here. Digital kits, and then this is authentically really, really old from the 1800s. So, alright, so those are the 4 booklets. Now, let's take a look at this little journal. I'll pull you back up just a little bit. There we go. Okay, so this one is going to be a naked junk journal. I didn't add any ephemera to the inside. So all the pages are just various random. This came from you know, piano book, how to read music and stuff. This is patterned scrapbook paper that's been tea dyed. Got some packing paper, atlas, more scrapbook paper. This is vintage wallpaper that I backed with some collaging of other various papers, and it looks like some more wallpaper there. So yeah, as you can see, this came from a Boy Scout manual. Boy Scout, you know, the little Boy Scout book. So I think pretty much everything in here, if it's not a book page or something like this, it's been tea dyed. So it's got that nice vintage look to it. This is texture. I don't know how well you can hear that, but it's got some sheen to it too. It's real 80s. So this has how many signatures? Well, I did a hollow back binding, so the pages are going to lay real flat for you, and it'll be really easy to write or, you know, work in here. And we've got 4 signatures in this one. It's a fairly, I don't know, I wouldn't say small book. Let's see. It is 5 by 7.5 with, I didn't change the spine, a 1.5 inch spine. So, you know, it's a decent size. You're going to get plenty of writing space or workspace in here. And yeah, like I said, I didn't do any decorations or anything, so I will leave that for you. Here is an envelope that you can add some goodies to into the pocket. This is an authentically old, this came from a, I'm not going to say ledger because it's not really a ledger. It's kind of like an almanac in a way, but it's lots of tables and things for, like, I think farmers, or I don't know, I'm not 100% sure, but tables of things. Lots of numbers. There's the other half of that envelope. You may want to snip that a little bit further so that it's easier to close. I might do that before I send it off. But yeah, just really fun, interesting pages in here, ready for you to journal and add photos and whatnot to. Some planner papers, really cool tea dyeing on that. This one is a book page that I added some acrylic paint to this side, and then this side acrylic paint again, and then on top of that added excuse me, added some Tim Holtz collaging paper, so it's kind of see-through. This is nice thin, this is painter's paper, the stuff that they put down to protect, you know, the floors and you know, woodwork and stuff, but in green instead of, you know, brown. So really like that paper. It's really kind of fun actually to use, and I love the color of it. It's like an army green color. So again, with this is the cover of that music book. Whoops, what happened there? Well, it looks like this one didn't make it. So I'll include it. I'll just keep it in here for you if you want to use it. But yep, some digital kits and things of just plain papers. This is some more from a paper pad. There's another one of those tables. There's another envelope. This is some vintage manuscript for writing music and stuff, notes on. A book page in Danish. I can't read it, but if you can, yay, for you. Hopefully it's not bad. I don't know. There's the other side of that envelope. Yeah, I need to trim that just a little bit. Let's just take care of that right now. Because you can't even shut it without it becoming a problem. So we'll just fix that. And I didn't remove this. There is sticky under there, but I thought, hey, if you wanted to put some of your own kind of paper there instead and decorate it a little bit, it might be kind of fun. So it might still be sticky. I'm not sure. I guess you'll have to find that out. I'm guessing it would need a little bit of glue. But so there we go with that one. Really fun fabric on the inside. And I didn't add anything to the front and back inside covers because I really liked the fading, the natural, aging of that paper. But you could easily add, an envelope or something, a pocket of some kind. I did distress around the edges of all of the book. Kind of made it look a little grungier than it was, which I think it kind of really helped. So I did reinforce the spine. There is fabric under there, and then I also added a piece to make sure that the spine is nice and sturdy. So yeah, but made it look nice and old too, so with the lace on the headbands and stuff. There's a look at the spine if you want to see what that looks like. And then the cover again. So there's that book. Now here's another book. This is an accident kind of a book. I was planning to put together this journal. This is another somewhat naked journal. I didn't do much. Most of the work I did was on the cover. I was going to show you how to do the Coptic stitch with this one, but then I wasn't thinking when I was, putting it together, and I just stitched it in the way that I normally do. So it just became a one signature, because I wasn't going to do a spine. I was going to have an open an open spine so that I could show you the Coptic stitch. Anyway, that still is to come. So instead we get another bonus little journal to add to the Etsy shop. So on the front, so what I did was another collage on some nice cardboard of various different pieces of scratch paper on the front and the back. Kind of thinking this one's more gender neutral slash masculine. Obviously because of the ephemera that I chose to use. I'm not going to say it's feminine or masculine per se. I would say gender neutral because I as a woman think that this is pretty cool too. So just because there's guys on the front and back cover. But as you can see, it's kind of got a travel theme to it. So I guess we'll say that maybe it's a travel kind of a journal. You got some Tim Holtz ephemera here. This is that vellum, big vellum ticket. Got a nice little label there, and then I have a label here if you wanted to put, what this journal is going to be about. Some Tim Holtz flair. Now these are supposed to be about that thick. I made them flatter, so they are just a little bit bent, but not bad. And then I used Fabri-Tac to glue them down, so they're secure, but I wouldn't go messing around with them, basically, is what I'm going to say. So, another Tim Holtz ephemera here, and then I just used my Distress Oxide to grunge him up just a little bit. Got some Tim Holtz fabric on the spine. You can see we've got one signature. Let's see, what's the size of this one? It's kind of a fairly large, so 6.5 wide by 9 inches tall. So the inside pages, you're going to have plenty of writing space, even though it's only one signature. I did, I believe, put in 20 pages, which would give you 40, let's see. Well, I'll do all the math, but you've got plenty of writing space. It's not like it's a small, tiny little book. So it will bulk up too if you wanted to add your own ephemera. So on the back side, some more Tim Holtz ephemera with, I guess, you know, travel-y theme. I went with the maps and stuff and kind of did that. And then on the edges, I've got Tim Holtz fabric washi tape, so nice and secure there. It's nice and soft. And then I sewed around the perimeter of both of these, did some messy stitching. So hopefully you can kind of see that there. Maybe if I hold it still for you. Okay, so initially what I did on the pages was I was going to do all of just this one kind of paper, and it was fine, and I think it would have been really cool after you had added a bunch of writing and added your own things to it, but I thought it was boring. So I added in a few book pages and some tea-dyed papers and some other kinds of papers like this. So, but before we get into all that, I did add, this was just all collaged, you know, from the same way as I did the front sides. And then I just added this Rolodex card to make a little pocket, and then added like a little luggage tag there for you to do what you will. And then again, some more Tim Holtz fabric on the inside, just kind of that industrial kind of look. Okay, so on the pages that are like book pages, I went ahead and added some collaging of various, like this is washi, paper washi that you can write on, that's like dot grid and grid, and then like packing paper here, other various kinds of scratch papers. So did add some of that, and then reinforce these old book pages with some washi tape in the middle, so that they're a little bit stronger. But yeah, as you can see, this is going to be a fantastic journal for writing. It's got a lot of like thin paper, so this is a different kind of packing paper. And yeah, so this one came from, what kind of a book? It wasn't a dictionary. This is synonyms and antonyms, but then on the other side of this, there's like towns in the United States. So I don't know, but I thought if you wanted to add your own photos or add your own collage papers to make more writing space, you could easily do that. But I just kind of got it started, and I really like the look of it. So probably we'll do more of that kind of thing in the future too, if you guys are into it. So yeah, I'm really liking the colors in this journal. It's really kind of subdued and calming, I think. But again, we've got some more of that really old tables paper. It's a table showing the value of articles sold by the bushel. So there you go. Good luck trying to understand it. Pound, piece, yard, or dozen. Yeah, so it's kind of like maybe for, you know, the grocery store and, you know, the one general store in the town, maybe would have something like this to kind of help them know what to price things at potentially back in the day. So yeah, as you can see, there's just lots of thin papers that are going to be really good for writing on. Tea dye, anything that's white or was white, I tea dyed. This came this way. I didn't do that. Really cool look, huh? Really cool effect. And then of course we've got this green paper here. This is from a book on it just left my head. Surveying, how to do surveying. So maybe if I say it one more time, it'll make more sense. Surveying, that's a weird word. So, all right, just about to the middle. Yep, so there's the middle. So as you can see, there's actually kind of a lot of room for writing and stuff. yeah, land surveying, rural and urban. And yeah, I was thinking not masculine necessarily, because like I said, I would be totally into a journal like this. Like, this is probably something I would really go for over more of the flowery things for myself, probably. But if you were, this one's for lumber table. Table of wages by the week from $2 to $20. Boy, I didn't make very much money back then. If you're looking for a nice gift for someone that is interesting but not overly junk journal, this would be a great one for that, I think. So yeah, I did add some here because this one was kind of wrinkled, and why not? Why not add some more collaging to it, you know, just make it more interesting. So there we have it. There's this journal, and then nothing on the back, no pocket or anything, but you could easily add something there. I think it would be great, or, you know, just do more journaling there if you want. But it does have a little bit of a spine. I think it's a 1/2 inch spine, so there is room for growth there, if you're worried about that. But yep, fun little journals. Okay guys, well, like I said, I will have a link down in the description box for each one of these, going to my Etsy shop. And that's it for this video. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!